Let's do the 2026 predictions for King Charles. I'm going to be focused on is this a year where we have a changeover, a change of rulership in the UK to do with the monarchy. Going to take a look at his health for 2026 and what other things could be coming up for King Charles. Also, Camilla, I'm going to do Queen Camilla in this reading as well. So let's get straight into it. I'll be using a few different of my decks. You'll see them attached in the product section. Coming up for King Charles on a personal level, this includes his health. I feel like he will be going through some kind of obviously he is going through treatments for cancer, but it comes with healing, recovery, and vitality boost. So it looks on the surface, it looks good for his health, what we are hearing. So there's some kind of working on vitality, working on recovery, working on healing for 2026. Comes with a breakthrough or progress when it comes to his healing. But I do see him preparing or organizing something concerning choices. What choices is he making here? Is this the choice to abdicate? Does his choice include something around Harry William? Look, I don't think he is abdicating, but I do feel like he's making some kind of choices within his family structure. But he is making plans and preparing because he knows that for the future of the monarchy, there is things that he needs to do as far as handing the reins over. So we'll be in a time of reflecting on what his choices are, when he plans to do that, and he'll be making preparations and organising to do that. Hmm. So just pulled another card on top of creative inspiration because I wasn't sure what creative inspiration meant. But then we have this card of innovation or ideas. Maybe there's a new innovative treatment or something that he's going to be offered. Maybe that's what that hand was, being offered something that looks like healing hands to me, actually. So I don't think it's creative inspiration as if he's going to have a bout of creative inspiration. It looks more like healing hands. So new innovative solutions around healing for him coming up, which results in a breakthrough, all lined up together there. Healing, recovery, energy boosts, all on the cards for 2026 for him. Whatever type of healing is offered to only elites. New, even possibly, a new type of healing. Let's do a quick little personal one for Camilla. For Camilla, she's got some challenges ahead of her, to do with battles, to battling people around her, to do with the company, which be the monarchy, or to do with her surrounding, circle or friendship group. And when I say friendship group, I don't think it actually means friendship group. I think the surrounding people within the company or the circle being the senior members of the royal family. Having to protect herself in some way, maybe she's being blamed for something, maybe there's challenges coming up around her and she needs to protect her energy, or she just needs to protect herself and be careful or cautious what she says, because of these challenges as well she'll be faced with in 2026. She's got a choice that we've made as well. She's working, to do with these choices of her own, sitting next to, decisions around the company being the monarchy. For her, looking forward to adventure and travel, but something going on with her around an end to a battle or more battles on the table for her. Challenges ahead concerning battles within the company, the royal family, the senior members. For some reason, I felt Catherine, when I touched into that card then. So I just asked about the future of the monarchy. I asked about any plans to abdicate, anything with that war. Here's this one here is somebody mounting tension around handing over control. Somebody is in pursuit. This is William in pursuit of control and maybe trying to open negotiations about timelines or fractures within the world, foreign threats, deaths. This is mourning. This is a loss. This is death. So okay, what I'm picking up here is that William wanting to open negotiations with Charles. I'm not sure if this is Charles. I don't know if the tyrannical leader is Charles. I don't know much about him as far as his leadership abilities, but if I had to, it, it felt like Charles. His picture, his image feels more like Charles than anyone else. So then, okay, deliberately obscuring the real reasons for the negotiation. Foreign threats, now part of the negotiations, some of the things raised are there's foreign threats, deals being made, possible potential talking about, getting older, being everybody dies. So that could be something that's on the table, but really deliberately obscuring certain things. Now hiding, mm, okay, I've got truth in plain sight, but it's more than that. This more looks like the file, some kind of files. So we know we had the Prince Andrew files came out, but what is being deliberately obscured? Now, is this forming part of the negotiations that is being talked about here as mounting tension is being placed on Charles by William to open negotiations and talk about the future of the monarchy? Maybe I feel William wants to make a lot of changes because of all of this stuff that took place in 2025 around files. So William's wanting to come in and make changes, but he's part of his negotiations also is talking about what happens in the event of death, what deals need to be made here, and to do with foreign threats or foreign countries. So, what is the agenda moving forward for foreign threats and countries? Interesting. So, while I'm not seeing that it's an abdication or anything here, I am seeing mounting tension to open up negotiations and talks about what is the plan of the monarchy, what changes really should be implemented, and what are the plans moving forward in the event of death. But maybe coming to an arrangement, because open negotiations, coming to an arrangement. Now, could this be with another country involved? Is it a making a deal with another country? Interesting. Okay, let's do a monarchy reading for 2026. What do we see happening around the monarchy in 2026? Fears about being uprooted or taken out. Down the middle, we see a shadow operation or a shadow ruler and a bit of a controlled puppet scenario. trying to overhaul trying to overhaul the whole structure of the monarchy in favour of visions of the future moving forward. So this has a William vibes on to me. The shaping the future has William vibes. It's also a schoolhouse, and we see George going off to school and shaping. So there is a monarchy moving forward into the future for George. So yeah, so they've really got to overhaul because the way the monarchy is working right now, it's not working. There's issues around it's not working. Now, part of this is that they have to who's the shadow operation? Who's really in control here, working from the background? Who do they need to run by, overhaul new policies or wanting to restructure things or reshape things for the future? Who do they need to run that by? And then we have worries about uprooted, taken out. Is it by a shadow operation? Is it because they're wanting to change the system? I don't think Charles is wanting to change the system. That feels William. But why is there shadow operation, controlled puppet, wanting to take someone out? Okay, anyway, so coming back to really basics of this energy for the monarchy of 2026, I see thinking about the future moving forward to make sure there is going to be a monarchy for George. He's sitting in his classroom. Um, William, especially, is thinking about policies or overhauls. It's not policies, it's more like what changes to the structure of the monarchy needs to be made, what kind of shake-ups around the monarchy needs to be made to make the changes so that there will be a monarchy in the future, because there's fears of it being taken out and removed. So that's and given the astrology as well for 2026, sometimes monarchies do go down when Neptune is in Aries. So maybe thinking about the possibility that could be taken out, but they're trying to get things in place so that doesn't happen. But there is involved in this a shadow operation or a control puppet, somebody else in control of the situation. Is it a general spread around Charles and Camilla and the monarchy, but mostly around Charles and Camilla? This deck works on a world events predictions, also works on a personal level as well, which is why I chose to just do Charles and Camilla in this one. Straight away, we see in recovery. So this is the aftermath recovery or rebuilding after cancer. But then I'm also very drawn to recovery, healing, and a ethical or advancements in genetic biotech. So again, it's bringing back to new medications or new kind of healing, genetics, biotech, new advancements, because it says advancements that aid in the recovery or the healing. So and that will be in the spotlight. Interesting. Then I see there's external pressures coming from outside upon Charles for a transitional shift or change. So he's faced by external pressures. Maybe it's not even just by William, it's maybe from other people as well. He's facing external pressures to think about transitions or shifts. The focus also in the spotlight will be the climate, of course. I think it's one of his projects or something he's very deeply interested in. Maybe he's concerned about the aftermath of the earth. I feel that's probably more of a healing card. But over here, this is active solar energy at the moment. Affecting the earth. It does actually. What happens is when we get a EMF or a earth-facing geomagnetic storm towards the earth, it usually triggers a volcano, which can be viewed as climate change, climate reckoning, or an earth response. Earth does respond, and what I'm trying to say is that earth does respond to the solar activity, but then Charles is very interested in the climate reckoning or the Earth response. So there may be a little bit more to talk about this year in 2026 of the disruptive energy of the Earth and how it's responding, how the Earth is responding. So there's more to talk about in that situation. Could be another meeting to do with the Earth reckoning or the of unseen connections, hidden dynamics. Felt that again is a bit of a shadow ruler, but that's 3 hands too there, by the way, 3 hands in there. I'm very drawn to the vein here as well for some reason. It's never things step out to you as you're meant to see them or read them. Blood, genetic biotech, so some kind of healing to do with the blood, and genetic biotech advancements. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. I'll keep this one simple. I don't want to jabber on too much as I do sometimes, and hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm thinking about doing political leaders next now that I'm through all of the monarchy. Maybe I might do like a country at a time and what's going on with their leaders. So yeah, thinking about doing that. Maybe I think UK is definitely due for one of those. I know America or the US is in need for one of those. I might focus mostly on those countries that came up in the 2026 predictions that are facing big changes for 2026. Hope you enjoyed that reading, and I will see you again next time.